Just gonna spook her off a little bit. I'm gonna set her up to where she don't kick the fence, because if you're not careful, when you take a hold of the tension on that rope, we know she's gonna kick. So I don't want her to kick the fence and hurt herself. So I'm gonna wait till she comes off the wall here a little bit. I may head her off. She didn't kick much. But again, I'm going to hold this pressure until she gets soft. Just there. Y'all see her take a step back. Try to get her going again. And I'm not white knuckle holding this rope. I'm letting it feed a little. She's kicking. She's kicking. I've got to hold till she quits kicking. And she will. I just have to chase it around, but I'll keep the pressure on it.
You can build in a cue there too to say whoa and back her up.
She stopped. Okay, I have to reward a thought. It's not what I'm looking for, but it's a start. Okay? So I'm going to hold again. Just apply a little bit of pressure. Wait.
Hey, Linda, was Justin, what time was it? Justin got to go to that roping meeting at 10, is he up?
She got her reward.
Run fast.
Okay, this, I really am glad she took off. I thought she was just going to be automatic at it like she's done it a million times. But this is how I school on a mule for kicking, not by whipping it. I might follow her around here a little more. Try to apply the pressure. Her mind's not racing as much. Whoa. Hold, 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 hold. Hold. She'll probably take off.
Good girl.
She gave me a step back and I released. Okay, people might think we're up here, we're not. You can actually take a mule or horse that's never been handled, totally afraid of humans, get it in a round pen, somehow sneak a rope on its foot, and do this work, and begin to gain that animal's trust. Okay, I do this same thing. Of course, a not as trusting animal will be more wild than this one, more wild. Be better to have a smaller pen. She got her reward. And basically, you're starting them from literally from the ground up. So, to explain myself a little better, as I work with her, if I put this rope on a green mule or horse's foot, just like that, right there around the cantle bone, right there where you would squeeze if you were going to lift her foot. Not down around the pasture, where a lot of people put them. I want right there, around the cantle bone, where I'm going to hold her from. Okay, when I get my horse or mule where I can actually lead it backwards by a hind foot. It's going to be so soft and so willing with her feet. And sometimes it takes longer with the gentle one than it does a green one. Or not as more, I don't want to say wild, I want to say one that don't trust you as much. But when I can get my hand where I can back it around with one hand, loose rope in one hand.
And you can build in cues like shh and things like that for reverse.
Now, as she gets the idea to give you pressure, I can start building in verbal cues. Okay, back to what I'm talking about as I work with her. I get my hand where I can back it around the pin where by a little pressure and releases without it kicking. Now I can go up there. I've already taught this foot to pick up off the ground for pressure. Believe it or not, you can take one that you're afraid to kick your head off. After a little bit of this work, get her where you can back her all the way around this pin. You can pick that foot up, take that rope off. Now that foot has hand. Is hand. We started building a relationship from the ground up. We must do all 4 feet this way for this exercise to work. Now, as you can see, I just started this with this mule because she decided she wanted to kick me instead of move. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, basically. She would already pick her feet. She's already pretty decent for a farrier trim. And she's been that way since birth. So we're using this as a demonstration more than anything. I get her rocking back her off of this foot. And I'm pretty sure she kicked me with both feet earlier, didn't she?
Yep.
Once on one side and once on the other. So I'm going to do the other foot in a second. Just like teaching our mule to turn right or left. What we do one way, we must do the other. She quit kicking, she got soft, I gave her a release. The ever important thing is that release of pressure. It's not the pressure that's training this mule, it's the release of pressure that she understands. She's fighting, she's looking for a way out. A lot of times they'll just bolt off forward at first. There, she gives, I give it. As she gets better, I can get a little quicker at asking for that step. She gives me 2 steps at a time. One off step, take hold of her. She gives, I give. She gives, I give.
You could explain how that if you're a small person like a lady that you could do this off the back of another good horse or mule.
Yeah, when you get really handy, you can do this from the back of another horse. I don't recommend it for somebody that don't know how to handle rope or don't have a really good saddle mule to use.
Or horse.
But you can do this work from the back of another horse, not taking a solid dowel or anything, but you can take a half top around the saddle. I want to take some of that jar out of you. Somebody's got a bad back or whatever, maybe not as much strength. I have no wait for her. She's going to feel it out. She'll get right in.
You could explain how this is important and tell them about Rhonda. Huh? Rhonda. Tell them why this is important about not letting them get away with kicking.
Actually, the lady that raised this mule imprinted it from birth, as many other mules. We have another mule that came from their stock, and it actually kicked her.
She was
in the head.
she was
All she
raking
did was brush its leg. It had some ice stuck to its leg.
front leg.
Hairs on its winter coat. It kicked her in the head, and I don't know. That's probably been over a year ago. She's still having problems.
Almost 2 years. Kicked her right in the frontal lobe.
Kicked her right in the forehead. A mule just like this.
Roping
been
meeting
raised
10 o'clock.
from a
Better
baby.
get down there.
What time is it?
It's 10.
Never
It's
had a
almost
meat
10
on its
o'clock.
body,
It's going to be the way
but
the
it
food
also
is back
didn't
front.
respect her.
Put your collar down. Hello,
Okay,
sis.
so
You need to go fix your hair. Please go fix your hair and button your top button.
now, if this wasn't a really
Come back.
green
I washed your
horse's
black
mule,
jacket, honey.
I would
It's
Think
in,
it's
yeah,
stood up
it's
from
supposed to
out
hanging
here
up
as
clothes
well.
if you need it.
teach you to give pressure